Hello, class. Are you here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is so good. I didn't like this program because each time, so it was only 27 minutes and then it disconnected us. Okay, let me go back to the first section. I was explaining the team project, correct? So I'm gonna go back to that. Hopefully it's record everything. So let me, as a backup, let me try to use another platform. I don't like to stop here again. Okay, this is it. This is another platform. Let me use that to make sure it's recording. Okay, it's recording. Start this one. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen, correct?
No, I can see you, but I can't see
Oh,
your
you
screen.
can see me. Okay, so I like to see my screen. Where can I do that? Share screen. Okay, here, share. This is screen. Share. Okay, you must see my screen now, correct? The studio?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going back to the let me admit one more person here. Okay. I'm going back to the team project. I need to discuss 2 or 3 more minutes on this. This is the box plot, and then this is the box plot data set percent mammogram black, percent mammogram white, and then figure 1 comparing. You can add any title you like here, but make sure to don't remove any of this code. The code is really important. Figure 1 comparing black and white population. Comparing mammogram between white. Okay, and then this is exactly the same, right? This is it. The Greek label is that. This is black, this is white. Okay, this is it. This is the plot. This is the plot, and then you can go ahead with the same plot for the density plot. This is the black. This is the white. MD1. You can consider this as a MD, doesn't matter, you change them. Comparing the same thing. Here, I have black, I have white, and then I believe this is it. Probably it worked. Okay, it didn't work. There's some problem here. Oh, this is it. This is the data. This is the data. Okay. If you are working with different, the only thing you need to change is this one. So you need to just change this variable here. For any other topic, this variable here, these 2 variables, these 2 variables, and you don't need this one. For my table, you need to just change the variable here based on your topic, the variable here, same here, and that's it. This is the part of code you need to have. This is it. Everything you need is this part of the code. I'm gonna bring it down to see. You need to just read the data. Let me bring it here. This is what everything you need is here. First of all, you need to read the data, then you need to see the name of variable, then go with the mean command, go with the standard deviation command, go with my table command, run the t-test. If you are using the ANOVA, you can just go with a big tree exercise. Some example is there, you can work with that. And then this is the box plot here. This is the density plot. this is everything you need to have for this team project. I'm finished with the team project. If any of you have any question for your team project, you can ask now or you can ask later. So after this, I'm going to go back to the individual assignment 2. Any question here? No
I have another question if no one else does.
Sure.
This is Armina again. Okay, so when we're running these numbers, it's only the team leaders doing this, or should each student in the group also be running this on the RStudio?
No, it depends on the team. It was a team agreement. So based on the team agreement, each member accepted to do something in the project. So if the team leader section, it's not a responsibility of team leader section. Usually this is the responsibility that who knows everything better on this section. So based on your capability, you can choose which section you want to work. But the point is, I do suggest all the members to work with the RStudio, because that you are practicing here to do it for your individual assignment. So even if the team leader is working with individual assignments, so please ask her or him to just send the codes, and all of you work with that to make sure you are practicing well to learn more for your individual assignment too. Because the individual go ahead.
Is there any way you can give me a screenshot of this? I'm actually the team leader in my group, and this is the part that I know how to run the codes when you provide the information, but I'm kind of confused on like what I'm supposed to put in there, like what you're doing now. That's why I need a screenshot of that. Cause
send me an email. I will submit the codes to you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, and let me save with your name. So I'm gonna send it to you. Let me copy this.
Dr. Zaire?
Yes.
This is Farron from Dr. Azadi's class.
Hi, Farron. Welcome.
Thank you. About how long do you think our paper should be? I was thinking it would be comparable to our individual assignment, maybe 5 to 7 pages.
The number of pages, please talk with your instructor. I'm gonna give you the guideline, but Dr. Azadi also here, so she can answer this question. Dr. Azadi, are you here? Can you hear me? I cannot hear. Okay.
Hey, Dr. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. How long do you expect to have the length of your paper?
I guess 6 to 8 pages is enough.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna explain more about this. Thank you, Dr. Azadi. So, usually you could have not more than 1 page for introduction, almost 3 pages for the literature review, 2 pages for the methodology, picture, not photos. Not a photo. The plot, graph, table, and the last one. So it's gonna be 1 page for introduction, 3 pages for the literature review, 4 pages, 2 pages for the research method, including discussion on the data, research methodology, t-test or ANOVA test, tables, and graphs. So 2 to 6 till here, maybe 1 page and a half for the discussion and conclusion. So these are the entire paper is going to be 6 till 7. Excluding the reference pages and title page. So it's going to be 7 till 8 or 7 till 9. Is it okay with you, Dr. Azad? Did you include the title page and reference page, or just?
Yes, with inclusion of title page and references.
Okay.
Based on my experience from the last classes, some of the students like to include their codes in the paper, so they can add appendix and they can add all information if they want to appendix, if they want to explain more or discuss more about their results.
That's a great idea. I like you. This is excellent idea, and I like all the students to share the codes. That's help not only me to just duplicate the results, but also for the other team member to have the codes for the kind of if they need to modify for the individual assignment too. Thank you so much, Dr. Azad.
Thank you both.
You're welcome. Okay, team assignment example live session. I'm gonna send it to any of you. Okay, so it was team project class. Any other question here?
Sorry, Dr. Zara, I just want to
Yeah.
add this information that I just posted the CSV files for the team assignment. So if you guys want to go there and just see your codes, I added the information so you can download it and you can run the codes for team assignment.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, class, I'm gonna go for the individual assignment 2. The individual assignment 2 is very close to where is the, okay, I believe. Also, class, let me share this again for you. New share. Main screen, share. There is, no, it's not that. It's different. Where is that? Okay. There is a video, and can you see these pages? Team assignment video transcription. New share. Okay, can you see this, correct? There is a video here for the team project with transcription. You also can look at that. It's I explained that more detail on the team project. Okay, this is for team project. I'm gonna go directly to the individual assignment 2. The individual assignment 2 is very close to the team project. Let me bring it here. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. This is the place I want to discuss more. Usually, let me go back to the PowerPoint because the example is there. You can see the PowerPoint, correct?
Yes.
Oh, something happened very good to this program. I don't know, I have to work more to learn. Okay. For the team project, for the individual assignment 2, first of all, you need to select your topic. I usually provide some topic to my students. I believe, Dr. Azar, are you providing some topic example?
Yes, I will post it. I will announce it for the student.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I believe Dr. may do that. So you can just select the topic or you can go with your topic. So after approval, you can work, choose your topic, a research question, and then type of the data set you want to work exactly the same platform you use for the team project. And then for the individual assignment 2, I don't expect more than 4 or 5 pages. 4 pages, including the topic and title page and reference, because probably you don't have a lot of not more than 1 or 2 pages references. There is no need for literature review for team assignment, for individual assignment. So I like you to go directly to the analysis, but please keep one short paragraph for someone else waiting for me to accept. Okay, one short paragraph as introduction to discuss your topic. Just for example, if you are working with diabetes between black and white population, so I do expect you just have a short, with 3 or 5 lines discussion about this topic, and then go directly to the research with your research question. And after that, go to the method. First of all, discuss 1 or 2 lines about the hypothesis, 1 paragraph about the data, discuss your variable. At least you need to select at least 2 variables, so you can just run at least a t-test. You are welcome to work with more. Some of them, one of the students last term just worked on the regression. This is okay because you are learning regression in week 4. This is okay if you want to discuss on that. But I do expect at least 2 population to can just run a t-test, and then go over the methodology and type of software to working with that. So these are the main section, and then report descriptive statistics, show the distribution of data using the box, exactly the same thing that you have it here. Test the hypothesis, write a result, discuss your finding, have some policy recommendation, and you are welcome to add an abstract. The abstract is not a requirement, But if you like to get 100%, so you just maybe need to just go further with that. So this is an example, comparing average percentage of female Medicare enrollee having at least one mammogram. So fortunately I discussed on this accidentally. So I believe I discussed about that. All discussion, all of the section, all of the actually explanation I did for the team project can be used for the individual assignment too also. But this is the point for the data set. In my class, I share the CSV file. The difference is between there is someone is talking, so please mute your phone. Okay, someone else, Ryan is okay joining us. If you are working, for example, with the data class, this is the example from Minnesota data. If you download the Excel file, you have, in the Excel file, there's 3 rows. The title of the data, for example, current years, and name of the variables. If you read this file from the RStudio, you will see, because RStudio read this line as a header, and there is no header, and automatically assign each column to the X1, X2, X3, X5. This was a question one of the students asked me in the class. So if you like to do that, if you like to download the codes from the data from the class, make sure to remove these 2 lines. Then RStudio will read this part as a name of the variables in the class. Also, can you see here? Let me just highlight for you. Can you see this one? This one? This is 5,352, but this is the comma for a separator. Yeah, separator for 1,000 number. RStudio consider this as a string variable. To remove that, whenever you just need to have a different format. Let me show you here. Okay, I believe I explained here. Let me open the Excel file. Okay. This is the data usually. This is the data. Can you see this line? I typed 10,000. This. Can you see this? I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let me change this to you have more data here. So 20,000. This is usually if you highlighted the code and right click on this, you can see the format of this format cell. In the format cell, this is the general format. If I just a number here, this is it. All of the data set in the class is in this format, like this. If you read this format in RStudio, all of them is a string variable. So you need to get rid of this. For that, select the variable you want to use, or all the variables. Click on the format cell, change it to the general. So it's going to be this, and this is a numeric variable. You can use this variable in the class in the for RStudio. There is example. This is type of topic I just suggested to my class. I'm going to share with you later in my class. I believe Dr. Azadi, I've shared this with. Actually, this is some kind of topic that Dr. Azadi shared with me last year. I'm going to share with my class. And then this is the instruction. In this instruction, this is a link for all the data set in the CSV format. Medicare, Medicaid data, imaging procedure, anything like that. And then there is, okay. And then this is the code, some example of the codes, the same as the code you have this for the team project. What you need to do is just copy the code in your RStudio, and then, let me find my RStudio here. Where is my RStudio? Okay. I have to minimize this. Lots of things is open here. Okay. And then click new file, R script file. Let me start new file. Can you see my R Studio, correct? Okay. You just need to paste here, change the location of the file based on your computer and change the name of variable you need. This is what you need to do here. Also, there is an example for that. Let me open an example for the R Studio. I believe I have here. Not for the R Studio, for the individual assignment. Two, this is an example and can share this with you. And then you can follow that for your individual assignment too. Can you see this? Assignment 3, I need to share it. Okay, perfect. Something happened to this and this is okay. I'm glad to see this. Okay, and this is the introduction. This is the method. This is exactly what you need to go, and you can use some kind of this word. You can just reword them. This is all the section you need to repo for individual assignment 2. Method, hypothesis. This is the method, hypothesis, data. Then materials and method, variables, name of variables, method you are using, data analysis process, result, figure, table. If you have more figure, you can just put here, discussion, limitation, conclusion, and policy recommendation, and finally, name of the reference. This is all you need for the individual assignment 2, but the team project is a good place to, to just practice, because working with RStudio needs practice. This is
Will you be sharing that with us?
yes, all of the material I'm presenting here can be shared with all of you. Yes.
Oh,
but
okay.
Are you in my class or you're in my
Yes.
Okay, yes, for sure. Yes.
Will you be giving this to Dr. Azari for her to share with us?
Yes, this folder is shared with Dr. Azari and Dr. May. They can, I'm just sharing this folder in the Dropbox and they have access to this and they will share it with you. Yes. Maybe for the next time, we need to find a way to just share a folder with all the students. I need to think about this. Then you could have access to all the class material whenever you are in any class. Okay. Okay, this is it. And this is for team project and not for individual assignment 2. Do you have any question here?
No.
Okay. If there is no question, I'm going to go and discuss some kind of the problem that the student finds in exercise 3. Takina, did you fix the problem?
No, I tried to go back and run it again and it's still giving me the same problem.
Okay. This is, can you see my screen, correct? This is our studio, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There is 2 problem here. I don't know, Dixon is on the web call or no. Dixon, are you here or no? No, Dixon.
Yes,
Okay, you are here. Okay. There is the problem with Deepler package. If any of you are not able to use the Deepler package, I can share a code with you that can run the program without Deepler package. Please let me know if you are in my class and let your instructor if you are not in my class, and I will share this code with all of you. So the way, go ahead.
Sorry, excuse me. But what I found with the issue with the Dippler package, it let me install the Dippler initially, but it was the library Dippler that I ran into a problem with. It came up as an error.
Takino, I think your problem is not the Dippler package. I look at the screenshot you sent to me. The problem with your code is not your code, is with this exercise. Let me edit with that. It's back to the step 8. If you are in front of your computer, you can walk with me and then just Run
Right.
that code.
And I did change my step 8 to what you sent, and I tried to run it again.
Okay.
And the issue with that, it still didn't summarize the mean and standard deviation. And also it took away the number of cases. All of them were lined up as 0.
Okay.
So it didn't give me, it took away from that. So
okay, I'm explaining that. You know, class, the problem with exercise 1, exercise 3 is in some computer, instead of 0, 1, 2, 3, you can see high, moderate, and low. So instead of, if you are receiving this message after running this code, table, open parentheses, HOSP, $ half underline cat, if you are receiving 0, 1, 2, then this code works for you. If you generate this code, you can see this data set here. What is this data? High competitive market. This is the data set. Okay, what is that? I have a lot of data here. Let me find the moderate competitive market, 1332. Low competitive market, you have some kind of that. Where is the variable for that? Low competitive market. Okay, here 1479, and for the high competitive market, you expected to see 219. So if you are receiving 0 here, probably this code is a high, moderate, and low. And then you need to just copy exactly same thing you are seeing there. So probably you need to change this to change this to line. As it is, based on this. I believe in some point I explained that 0 is what, 1 is what. Okay, the 0 is high. That 1 is moderate. And the last time in low. Takino, you try that and let me know the result for that in the email.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any of you have the same issue, this is okay. You can just try this and let me know what the problem is so we can just go ahead and fix that. But most of the time, this is the kind of the pattern that RST for my computer is 0, 1, 2 is accepted, but for some computer, when you just try to factor the variable, it doesn't work. Probably in some point. It just, attach the label to the data set, and then instead of reading the numbers, reading the label, and for that reason you are not able to do that. And this is the point you need to fix that. Any other question here? No
yes,
question.
sir.
Yes. Who is this?
So, my name is Kirsten Martinez. I'm in Dr. Zadi's class.
Okay.
I have a question in regards to my results for the ANOVA part. So I was using your video and I was trying to get the result that you got of 0.0016, I believe. And I'm getting like 2.49 with an exponential of -11. And so I'm just wondering, like,
okay,
I have screenshots that I sent, but I don't know where I went wrong.
Are you talking about the ANOVA test?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As long as you have less than 5%, this is okay. So sometimes you're gonna have some kind of differences based on the, very small differences, because the RStudio report up to 26 decimal. So maybe in my code, minus point, E on power of -26 is a number with 16 zeros. So it's always is less than 0.05. If you have the same, even if you don't have the same value, but you have, it's less than, 0.05, this is okay. You don't need to find exactly the same number, but for sure you need to find exactly the same number observation. For example, if in my video is a 149, you cannot have 79. If in my video you have 2000 for one variable, you cannot expect to see 180. But for the p-value, as long as you have less than 0.05, this is fine. You can report that. This is happen even for week 4 for the coefficient. You could see 1 or 2 decimal changes. For example, maybe in my code is a 0.235, in your code is 0.233. This is fine. But
That's like a
make sure.
less than. Does that change anything?
I didn't get your question. One more time, please.
If it has a less than sign in front of the same number, does that change anything, or does that still mean it's less
No,
than
no,
5?
no. The p-value doesn't change anything. You know, let me give you one example here. Look at this p-value. This p-value is 0.08581. Even if you get 0.09, 0.10, 0.07, this is still more than 0.5 percentage. Let me go with one variable that is less. Let me find a variable that it's. I'm looking for some significant differences. None of them is significant.
Professor, while you're doing that, quick question.
Sure, go ahead.
This is Takina. I repaste the codes here, and I changed step 8.
Mm-hmm.
Should I try installing the Dippler package first before I run all of this again and see, or just run that one line first? Well, step 8 first.
You don't need to run all of them. You can just go it from that point.
From which point?
From 8, section 8.
So just run section 8 by itself first?
Are you using the text log file to report all the numbers, or just you are going step by step running and see them from the
Well, I
console?
have all the codes pasted in the console.
Oh, you paste all the codes in console. Which codes? You mean entire codes?
First, week 3.
Okay.
Exercise.
You are not using the text file here, something like this? Sync command?
Yes, I'm using that. That's in there as well.
If you want to use the sync command, you need to run all of them again.
Okay,
Copy instead of copying in the console, please copy on the code panel and then run all of them. Okay.
Right. But should I first install the Dippler package first?
No, you just need to load the package. You don't need to silence the install package. Just keep the library Dippler active.
So should I run that one first by itself?
Yes. It should be exactly like this is here. I have sync, library, hospital, everything.
Yeah, mine is like that, but do you want me to select all of these codes and run them, or should I run the library Dippler first?
No, you can run all of them together.
Okay.
Okay, let's me back to the question. Look at this, 3.55 e power minus 6. Even, maybe you can see here 3.43, not is still minus point on power of minus 0.06. So kind of this changes, this is okay, but you cannot expect to see real huge differences between mean and standard deviation. Did I answer your question?
I'm still a little confused, but yes.
About which section you are confused?
I'm really confused just about reading the number. It's been a long time since I take statistics. So just like really being able to analyze it and understand like what the difference between the 3.5 with the exponential of -6 or 0.6 versus what the 2.5 with an exponential of -11, like what the difference truly is. Because when I'm looking at my table, no difference.
As long as all of them is less than 0.05, there is no differences. The p-value is not important, but it's important that it's be less than 0.05. The differences between 0.05 and 0.04 is huge. One of them is significant, one of them is not. For example, the 0.048 is significant, but 0.051 is not significant. That cut point is really important, but after 0.05 or any number less than 0.05 doesn't matter. There's not really differences between 0.058 and 100.
So basically, anything on my table that does have an exponential of anything is less than 0.05.
Yes, yes. And that, the value of P is not important, except, the point is 0.05. But it's not, but as a control, you can look at the T value. If you have very big T here, let me run the code from week 2 and give you a T value here. This is the t-test, right? We're comparing. You have here the t value. Usually when you have a big T, you expect it to have a higher, very low p-value. This is the other way you can just check your result. This is it, 2.2 on e on power of minus 16 is 0. It's very, very close to 0. If you look at the t is the 10. The cut point for t is 1.96, positive or negative. Any number more than 1.96 is significant. This is the other point. You can just control your findings. Are you clear now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, any other question?
So I think my name is Dixon, and the thing that I was actually asking you is, since for my case it's not loading the Dibler package, and it's still giving me the error that
Okay.
is now.
Yes. Go ahead, Dixon.
So for this, since it's not going to be loading the numbers and giving me the values for the exam, for the final exam and the exercise for the group. Is there a code that you can write, like send it to me so that I can do for the group project?
Yes, Dixon. I'm going to write, actually, I'm working on that with my team in UMUC.
Yes.
We are modifying the codes for the student.
Okay.
They are not able to run a Dipler package on their computer.
I can't hear you.
You cannot hear me?
I can hear you now, but everything you said before then I couldn't hear.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm, the problem that Dixon raised is back to the Dipler package. Some of the students are not able to install the Dipler package. Instead of that, they need to run a very long lines to just have the same mean and the standard deviation. By I modified week 1 and week 2, I'm going to modify week 3, and for week 4, you don't need anything like that. For week 3, I will also update the same section in the final exam codes, Dixon. No worries about that.
So what is causing this issue? Because prior to, for exercises 1 and 2, I was able to install the Dipler package without a problem. So is it just this code set that's causing it? Or?
Sometimes the MacBook, some of the old version of MacBook or very advanced version that have very high sensitive data on them, in terms of the security points, they are not able to connect to the web and load the Dipler package.
Okay.
Basically, they are not able to use the Dipler package.
Okay.
Yeah. Tammy, go ahead.
Hi, sorry. I ran the program earlier, and all of them, the part that she was speaking about that were zeros came up fine, but then I transferred them over to the Word document. But then when I went to rerun the program again to get my my text file, it's all zeros.
Okay. Are you talking about